We're talking about the actor Michael Madsen today. So we're going to go over his biography, filmography, and some of the most interesting facts about him. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Michael D. Madsen was born in Chicago, Illinois on September 25, 1955. He had a very difficult childhood. His father left the family when he was an infant, and his mother had to raise him alone with the help of her parents. Once there, he began taking acting lessons and by age 18, made his first foray into the modeling world, appearing in print ads. Not only was Madsen cast in the film, but Tarantino also gave him his nickname, which he would later use in his own productions. Madsen has been quoted as saying, "I just showed up on set and he said, 'You are now Mr. Blonde.' That was kind of cool, actually, because I'd never heard of anybody being christened with a name on a film set before. I thought it was quite neat." Madsen joined the church in the late 80s after meeting Paul Haggis, who was a high-ranking member, but he's probably best known for his collaboration with Quentin Tarantino, having appeared in 7 of his films so far. In 2007, he was inducted into the Horror Hall of Fame and received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Brooklyn Horror Film Festival in 2016. Clarice follows FBI agent Clarice Starling after the events of the film Silence of the Lambs. Tarantino explained why he decided to cast someone new in the role, saying, "There's no bad blood, unless of course NBC decides to cancel or pull the plug on the series due to low ratings. Other than that, though, there are no other projects attached to him at the moment. I've talked to Michael Madsen. He's fine with it. It's just that I went in a different direction with this version. And as always, if you like what my team and I are doing, you can help us out by supporting us through the link in the description below. Until then, please take care of yourselves and each other. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video." It was a creative decision. The series premiered on February 11, 2022. So far, it has a rating of 2.3 out of 10 on IMDb and has been panned by critics and audiences alike. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a score of only 23%. One review on Amazon reads, "If you dislike torture porn, watching this will make you feel physically ill." It is obvious that all the people involved in making this show thought they were being clever by making a copy of the brilliant Silence of the Lambs, but it isn't. In fact, they should hang their heads in shame for attempting to tarnish the stellar reputation of the original. To be fair, though, it has some positive reviews as well. Here's one that was posted on IMDb. "It's entertaining to watch, and each episode leaves you wanting more. I find the characters to be extremely interesting and compelling, and the story is intriguing enough. Sure, it's not perfect, but it's definitely worth giving a chance." Now, personal opinions aside, I think it is safe to say that this series didn't stick around long because of its low ratings. It was canceled on May 24, 2022, after only 1 season. So unfortunately, we may never get to see how Lecter turned out in the series. He stated that Haggis encouraged him to join, saying that the church helped him improve his life. However, after 11 years, he left the organization. Number 2, he has over 150 film credits to his name. 3, he has been in several music videos, including The Bangles, Walk Like an Egyptian. And number 4, he is the older brother of actor Billy Zane. Yep, that's right. When asked why he left, Madsen simply stated that he was done. Some sources claim that it was because he couldn't afford the fees associated with auditing, which is one of the main services provided by the church. But this is just speculation, since neither Madsen nor anyone else directly connected to him has ever said that. But after a while, he wanted something more than what modeling had to offer. He also starred as the villain in the low-budget slasher film Terror Train, played the lead role in the thriller Free Jack, alongside Mick Jagger, appeared in 2 Clint Eastwood movies, played the lead antagonist in Species 2, reprised his role as Mr. Blonde in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starred in the action film Black Dawn, and most recently had a role in the Paramount Plus series Halo, playing the character of Soren, The Secret of NIMH, Final Fantasy, The Simpsons, and Robot Chicken. First to a woman named Virginia Davis in then to actress Jennifer Jason Leigh in 1984. Leigh and Madsen met while filming the 1983 film Fast Times at Ridgemont High. They divorced in 1991. Also, that same year, he married his 3rd wife Deanna Downs, with whom he had 3 children, Christian, Luke, and Calvin. Unfortunately, that marriage ended in divorce too, and in 2002, he wed his current wife, Sarah Walker. Like Madsen, she works in the entertainment industry as a casting director. She's best known for her work on the TV show Heroes, which she worked on for all 4 seasons. As a producer, she's also been involved in projects like The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, and the drama series Snowfall. And if you enjoy the work of both Tarantino and Madsen, then you have to check out the podcast that they co-host called Q&M. On it, they discuss everything from film and politics to pop culture, and even interview guests themselves. The show first aired on Pandora in October 2016. But unfortunately, it seems that it's no longer available anywhere. A search through various podcast platforms doesn't turn up any results. And according to an article published by Digital Trends in 2017, Pandora removed its entire podcast catalog from the platform for unknown reasons. It's unclear whether the podcast was canceled or if they simply moved it to another hosting platform. In 1976, he enrolled at the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute in New York City to further his acting career. There he studied method acting under the legendary teacher and spent 5 years honing his craft, eventually moving back to LA. When Madsen was 8 years old, she suffered a nervous breakdown, which resulted in her being placed in a mental institution for the next 6 years. During that time, he lived with his maternal grandparents. This is actually where he grew up. In fact, they were the ones who really instilled his love for movies. They took him to see everything from Disney movies to classic films like Citizen Kane. At age 14, Madsen's mother was released from the institution and the family was but this didn't last long. His mom married one of her co-workers, a man named Larry Moss. And although his stepfather wasn't abusive, Michael despised him. He told interviewers that he felt like his mother abandoned him and his brother. When she left them with her parents to go to a mental hospital, he blamed her for not being there for him growing up and felt that she chose her career over him and his brother. When he turned 16, Madsen left school and ran away from home to Los Angeles. In 1981, Madsen landed his first film role in the movie The Beyond, directed by Lucio Fulci. The film is considered part of the Italian giallo subgenre. It was during this time that he got the attention of Quentin Tarantino, who cast him in Reservoir Dogs. This was his breakthrough role and eventually led to roles in Thelma and Louise, Kill Bill, Sin City, and several others. While shooting the opening scene for Reservoir Dogs, Tarantino looked at Madsen and said, "You're Mr. Blonde?" Some of his other well-known roles include the serial killer, Hannibal Lecter, in the sociopathic hitman and the Doors and cult leader Charles Manson in Helter Skelter. Madsen is also a voice actor, lending his distinctive deep voice to animated projects such as Casper, King of the Hill, Disney's American Dragon, Jake Long. Madsen has also been married 4 times. Now I'm going to talk about his involvement with the Church of Scientology. Throughout his career, Madsen has been nominated for several awards, including Best Supporting Actor for his role in the 1993 film Free J. Now here are a few things you may not have known about him. 1. He is a trained classical pianist. On May 30th, 2021, it was announced that Madsen had completed filming his role as Hannibal Lecter in NBC's psychological crime drama, Clarice, which is a sequel to the original 1991 film. There was some discussion on whether or not Madsen would reprise his role as Mr. Blonde in Tarantino's movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but ultimately, he was brought back. As far as his upcoming projects, we know that he'll be reprising his role as Hannibal Lecter in Season 2 of Clarice. Those are some of the interesting facts about Michael Madsen.